Yo, what's good? Roy here, and today I'm gonna show you how I made this Burnout Paradise style cover art on Photoshop. So the images we used are these sky views of clouds and the one neat photo that you've seen. So yeah, this image. So we wanna make Tweezy look so cool on this. Yeah, so first things first we did is use the quick selection tool and then use the select subject where the Photoshop AI automatically selects the subject for you. So we really hope the selection is perfect. Yeah, and it was perfect. So you can really see there are no excess selections or yeah. And then we selected we pressed Command J for the duplicate. And then we applied a noise layer by using a solid color layer. The color code is 8080. And then we went to noise, add noise, rasterize. Yeah, and set any amount you want. And then you go to the blending mode and change it to overlay or soft light depending on what you want. So I set it to overlay, clipped that layer, and then I added threshold making its 1000 appearance in 2026. Yeah, and then I clipped it onto the noise layer and I started playing with it and adjusting it to my preference. So for me, threshold, I usually do various layers of threshold depending on the body part or the clothing or the chain of the face. So for this, I added the first threshold layer for the hands, for the tats, yeah, and for Tweezy's watches. So yeah, I was just playing with the threshold around. Yeah, I think I'll have to speed this up. I don't know if I'll speed it up, but yeah, I'll stay silent as I do. As you see the screen, this is a voice recording. I wasn't talking while making this. I was so locked in. I was really locked in. So yeah, we added a second threshold layer, and then clipped it. Of course, we clipped it. And then we inverted it. We inverted the mask. Command I. And set the foreground to white so it reveals. White reveals, black hides. Yeah, that's the basic principle of masking. And then we clipped it, yeah, and then we added a last threshold layer for the face and the bloom. So we were still playing around. With the threshold. I was adjusting it to my liking. Yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, I think that's cool. But I was still playing around with it. I wanted to see what was the best level. I was too locked in. Yeah, I clipped it. Yeah, and I was still playing around with the layers. So the thing with threshold is, if you want a good threshold, you need to have a noise layer. Before any other threshold layer, before any threshold layer, you need to have a noise layer. Yeah, that took me like a year to realize. So when I was doing threshold very wrongly. Yeah, my thresholds used to be ass. Any graphic that I was using threshold used to be ass. So yeah, I made a backup for the yeet layer. Always make a backup. So Command J, and then I grouped everything. Yeah, that's so command for grouping. I think it's Command G. I duplicated it and then converted it to a smart object. So this is the magic. This is how it looks. Yeah, it looks so clean, polished. Yeah, so next thing is to go to select color range and select the darkest part of your layer of your image, the darkest part, any darkest part. It will make a selection and then Command J. So after that, you press Command J and you would have duplicated the threshold layer to only select the black parts. So you drag in your images, the images you prefer. The sky image, you drag it there and you clip it. You clip it to that layer. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, nothing too hard. Yeah, you can do this, bro. You can do this. Man or woman, anyone watching this, you can do it. And then you clip it and you're done. So this is the magic. So here I used several images and clipped them several times to play around to see what I really fuck with and what I really like. So you should do the same. You should not stick to one image. You can play around with the images. You can play around with anything. So even in this one lucky art I made, the one that you're seeing on the screen, I played with very many images of Lucky. So let's say for the for the hands, you can use a different image and then mask it out. For the clothes, for the Twizy bell, like, yeah, play around with it, experiment. The main thing, what I like with art is, especially art on Photoshop, you can experiment. You have that freedom, you're not limited to anything. So yeah, here I was so locked in. If you check the camera, I was really locked in. No jokes, no smiling. Yeah, so but basically that's what I was doing. So yeah, just dragging images, playing around with the images. Yeah, till I find what I really like, till I find what I really fuck. So yeah, I'm just as yeah. Final image I used. So this is what I was really liking. It was darker, so the image has more shadows, less highlights, except from the windows on the city. Yeah, so this is what I really liked, and I clicked it, of course. So this was the final. Then I said, bro, you need to add something to the back. It can't be that empty, so I added birds. How did I add birds? I used a brush tool which had birds. So I'll show it to you real quick. I created a new and I found it. And I started playing around with it. Yeah. So here it's the same thing. Once you get your preferred brush, it can be a cloud brush. You just add another image and clip it to that layer. So nothing too complicated. Yeah, and you get the look you want. So when I was a kid, I was playing Burnout Paradise, and I was looking at the cover art, and it was like, damn, on the game case there, and I was like, damn, this looks so good. So yeah, that idea came from that. Yeah, I really like taking inspiration from different forms of media, especially video games. So yeah, this is the final product. So I'll catch you boys next time.